Hey Pathfinders, Zatara Lee here. This is going to be a quick video on how to install Torch for Space Engineers. For those of you that don't know, Torch is what will be replacing Space Engineers Server Extender, as support for it is going to be ending. So again, this is going to be just a quick install guide. Currently, Torch is unreleased. You can get a copy of it if you are a patron. I do encourage you to visit the links below in this video for their Discord for any updates on Torch, as well as the link below for their Patreon account, should you choose to support them. Again, if you do support them, you can get an early copy of it. My own testing has gone very well. The server runs very well on Torch as compared to Space Engineers Server Extender, though a little light on features at the moment. There will be features added at the time of this recording, April 25th, 2017. Again, as an unreleased copy, there will be more features later. So, moving right into it, first and foremost, I'm going to assume that you have already obtained a copy of Torch, be it an early release copy or a release copy should you be watching this after it has been released. So if you've already got that on your PC and the directory, I'm going to go ahead and navigate to where I have downloaded mine, and I have it right in here, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and open up a second window then, just so we can move from one to the other. Now, Space Engineers obviously is installed wherever you installed it. If it's on your personal PC, then it's going to be under Steam. You can find that on your own. I have installed it in a separate directory, and we're going to be messing with my test server rather than my main server. Just like installing Server Extender, it's going to be in your dedicated servers 64 folders where you're going to drop everything from Torch. You can see I already have it installed here. I also have Server Extender installed in the same directory. They do not operate at the same time. You will have to, if you're going to switch back and forth from one to the other, you'll have to reinstall each one of them as you're running them. So right now, you can see I already have it here, and we'll just go over dumping that in there. One key difference is the plugins. In Server Extender, plugins are going to be installed in your mods folder. That is not the same with Torch. With Torch, plugins go in the same directory as Torch itself under a plugins folder. So you can see I already have that there. Simply going to take everything in the zip file, drag it over, and copy it there. If you already have it in there and you're reinstalling, you can just write right over what's there. One thing that is missing here, however, is a config file. This is probably going to be going away, but for the moment it is there and does need to be edited. You can see right there it's torch config.xml. You will not see this when you install it. It will generate once you've first opened Torch. So I'm going to go ahead and open Torch now that I've dropped it in here. What you will see when you first open it will be pretty much nothing here. No world, no nothing. But that's when the config file is generated. At that point, we can go ahead and close it. We now know that we have our config file, which I always have so much trouble locating. Right about there it is. We're going to go ahead and right click on that and edit it, and there will be one change you have to make, and that is to point it to the directory where your instance is. And when I say instance, what I mean is not the saved world, not the saved game, but rather the directory before that. You can have one instance and multiple worlds. So mine, for example, like yours, unless you've changed it, is going to be installed in program data. This is where the saved game is. My main server, and then my PvP night, this is the one we're messing with. So right in here, this is your instance directory, okay? Not in where the saved world is, because you can have multiple worlds in here. So best way to go ahead and grab that is to click there on the down arrow, and then you can just go ahead and hit Control C because it's already highlighted, and just paste that right on into that spot right there. From there, we can go ahead and close that, save your file. I'm not going to, but you will save it and close it. Now you're ready to open Torch. Bear in mind, you do need to have, not there, bear in mind you do need to have a generated world first. Torch cannot be used to generate a world, at least to my knowledge. So once you have it open, now you'll have your world up here. If you have multiple worlds generated, you can drop down there and select it. And of course you have all of the rest of the Space Engineers options in here that you can naturally change as well. Not going to go into too many details there. It's pretty intuitive. I have faith you can figure it out. Entities, plugins, these features do not work yet. They may when you go ahead and get it, if you get a full release copy later on down the road. Plugins, of course, just like Server Extender, will not load until your server is loaded. So we're going to go ahead and load the world, and we'll come back to this as soon as it's up and running. Okay, and we are back. So as you can see here through the console, it is loaded. You know it's ready to go when it says game ready. Press Control C to exit. Don't do that, otherwise it will exit it. You can notice that currently, at least on the console, the current revision of the game, this repeating message, revealing nearby grids. You can ignore this. It is simply for logging purposes. It is not an error of any kind. There is a way to disable it. If you'd like to know how, again, reach out to Jimical on their Discord, link in the description below. So now that the server is up and running, we can go ahead and go over to the plugins. Again, chat, players, entities, none of this works at the moment. Plugins. We do have concealment. You can change concealed distance, reveal distance, all of that fun stuff there. You can manually conceal and reveal. Not really anything you're going to use at the moment. I imagine there will be more features later. Essentials, not sure where they're going with that, but I imagine many of the same useful features that are available in Essentials for Server Extender will be here in the future. So that is a quick run over Torch. If you have any questions about it, if you need help, they are very active. So feel free to reach out to them on Discord. Thanks for watching, and if you're looking for a server to join, feel free to join Pathfinders. Have a great afternoon.